I haven't done any videos on movie stuff besides the movie reviews I did. I did one for Blue Beetle, Oppenheimer, Barbie. You know, the gist of it, that's what I've done. But I've been seeing recently people mad at James Gunn because he didn't like a movie 11 years ago. And I'm just going to give my quick thoughts on it because this is more just going to be more of a term in the online conversation rather than a movie conversation. Because I gave up on movie talk a while ago. For those who have known me, that was my whole gist. It was called Multiverse of Movies. I'm, of course, gone from that, and I'm happier than ever because one thing that I've noticed is that focusing on movies 20 every time I'm not working or I'm not doing anything important almost ruins movies for me. Like, in all honesty, like covering movie news 24/7 and keeping up with everything movie related got boring. Like, being completely honest, like and not only that, but sometimes it just made me like so like it didn't motivate me to do YouTube. I was talking about unimportant stuff in the most pathetic way, and I feel like that needs to be said about all movie talk in general. You guys who care too much about scoopers or what a director says, a lot of y'all honestly go seek God. Look, I'm not here to virtue signal, but I'm gonna tell you my honest truth. Go seek God. God is good. God is great. Whatever religion you want to be a part of, that's up to you. But me as a Christian, I gotta tell you right now, movie talk is not that important. One day God will come for his children, and all of this movie stuff will not matter. But until then, let me give you my thoughts. So, anyways, there is an old 11-year-old Facebook tweet, or not Facebook, it was a Facebook comment or post or whatever, of James Gunn criticizing the Tim Burton Batman films and criticizing Batman Begins. So I'll just quickly summarize it. He said that he believes that, especially the Tim Burton Batman '89 movie, he says he believes that that movie was awful. He believes that the fact that Batman can't move his face or head a lot like this was silly. He didn't like how Joker is the one that kills the Waynes. He didn't really like the soundtrack, I believe, and he ultimately just despises that movie. With Batman Begins, I believe he said he just didn't like it as much because he didn't like the hype of how it was the first like true dark Batman film, and he believes that that was the reason why people ended up liking it. He didn't think it was a perfect film. I'm gonna tell you a couple of things. Number one, who fucking cares? Honestly, honest to God, right now, who fucking cares? Who cares? Honestly, who cares? First of all, why are y'all looking up 10-year-old posts and 10-year-old tweets of a person? Who cares? This isn't a controversial thing. Wanna know why it's not a controversial thing? Because it's just a damn movie. Oh my god, somebody's holding a camera and making fictional characters and making money. Like, bro, come on. It's not that important. Alright? Number two, Batman '89 is trash. Honestly, honest right now, I've never liked Batman '89. And this isn't because I'm a Gunn fan, and I'm going to admit it. I am a Gunn fan, okay? I love James Gunn's movies. I love the James Gunn Suicide Squad. I love his Guardians trilogy. Peacemaker was my favorite DCEU project besides Zack Snyder's Justice League. And look, by the way, if there's any Snyder fans out here, you got a framed poster of Batman vs. Superman. Sure, the frame's broken. I don't give a fuck. But got a framed poster of Batman vs. Superman over there. You can't see it, but I got a poster of Zack Snyder's Justice League that I've shown constantly in my videos. I love Zack Snyder's movies. The reason why my channel started popping off to begin with was the whole Snyderverse, the restore the Snyderverse. Dropped my phone. I didn't even feel like editing that out. But my whole channel began on that. So no one come here and say, "Oh, I'm a gun shill. Oh no, you hate Zack Snyder." Like, no, bro. Okay, just relax, calm down, take your medications. I would tell you to smoke weed, but I believe in preaching sobriety because sobriety is cool. But get a lemonade, maybe get a Kool-Aid, maybe get yourself some Coke, Diet Coke preferably. Actually, drink water. Drink water, okay? Water is good for you. Make sure to drink water. I don't care how skinny or fat you are. Make sure to start off every morning with a cup of water. I don't like Batman '89. I never did. And I've rewatched that movie 3 times. I don't hate it. I think there's good stuff. I think Jack Nicholson as Joker, I think he definitely carries a movie. Like, he carries it heavily. But other than that, the soundtrack's good, by the way. I like the soundtrack. But other than that, Michael Keaton as Batman just doesn't fit. It didn't feel like Batman. It didn't feel like Bruce Wayne. You know, not only that, but I didn't grow up on Batman 89. I'm 21 years old. I didn't grow up in the 90s at all, so I don't have that nostalgic love. When I first watched Batman, which is my favorite DC character, by the way, not my favorite hero. My favorite hero is Spider-Man, because Spider-Man's the GOAT. Like, y'all motherfuckers making memes about being Batman, bro, I am Spider-Man, okay? I am Spider-Man, except I never want to step foot in New York, okay? But anyways, I think the movie was just not all that good. It's not that all interesting. Now, with Batman Begins one, I will say that one I disagree heavily. I love Batman Begins. I love The Dark Knight. I even really, really like The Dark Knight Rises, okay? Now, I'm also tell you this right now. The people who love Batman 89 tend to be kids who grew up in the 90s. I loved The Dark Knight Rises because I was like 10 years old when that movie came out. I was a little kid. That was the first time I'd ever gone to a movie theater to watch a Batman film. And so I have that appreciation, but I also understand that people have different appreciations. A lot of people that like Batman 89, that's cool, you like it. And that's the thing that people need to understand. Who cares? People can like whatever they like. Gunn just didn't like Batman 89. And by the way, to you Snyder fans out there who are shitting on him, don't forget you guys were shitting on The Flash that has Michael Keaton's Batman in it. But overall, I think the hate on Gunn is so crazy that you guys are making it personal when it shouldn't be personal. Because as much as I love DC, at the end of the day, the Snyder movie still exists. We still got Zack Snyder's Justice League, BVS Ultimate Edition, Man of Steel. We have all these wonderful films, and we're getting Rebel Moon. I've yet to see the trailer for Rebel Moon, but the trailer, I heard it was good. I should probably check it out after watching this video. But, we got Rebel Moon. We got that. At the end of the day, we got to move on. Because at the end of the day, it's just, to me, I don't like the way people are talking about stuff like this. Where they're shitting on his wife. They constantly keep bringing back his old post. Every single second Gunn says anything, it's always like some crazy mayhem. Every day I'm seeing fire James Gunn, fire James Gunn. To the point where I've muted and unfollowed many people on Twitter because at the end of the day, I don't want to see that on my feed. Even to by the way, this also applies to people who constantly have to shit on Snyder fans or constantly have to defend Gunn. Like, even with those people, it's like, you guys need to stop talking about this every day. Because I'm going to tell you this right now, this is all unimportant. There are children dying in Africa. Why are we talking about James Gunn as if he fucking is Jeffrey Dahmer 2.0? Like, we got to relax, take a chill pill, remind yourself why you like movies. And that's, honestly, that's the ultimate thing I really want to get out of this conversation. When I left Movie Talk, I thought it was going to be harder than I thought it was going to be. But it ended up being better. Because now when I make videos, they feel like I have purpose. Like when I did my story time a couple of days ago, or when I was talking about feminism, when I was talking about this, when I was talking about that, it feels like I'm actually connecting to people in a better and more deeper level than if I just came on here and said, James Gunn's a butt face, he's a poopy face. I didn't mean to use such harsh words, but it's just that, And I remember there was a time when I was younger, not younger, just a year or so ago, where I was watching Cosmic Wonder every day. I was watching Heavy Spoilers every day. John Campia literally every day. I was watching all these people and then going to my friends on the movie community, talk about everything, debating everything. And when I finally left, when I finally escaped that side of me, I just realized I've been having the most useless conversations ever. And by the way, obviously, we're always going to have useless conversations. If I talk about Logan Paul, that's pretty useless. If I'm talking about Foozly Tube, that's pretty useless. But at the end of the day, that's not the only thing I do. I like to talk about, more specific things, like whether it's some of the things that happen in my life, give people advice. And then when I do talk about those other things, they're not the same thing every day. Obviously, Foozly Tube and Logan Paul's issues are completely different. And that's what I didn't like about doing Movie Talk back in the day, where it was just me every day. It was just people are upset at Gunn. People are upset at Taika Waititi. People are upset at Kevin Feige. And I realized that I started enjoying movies again. Because there was a time, and obviously I've never stopped enjoying movies. I've always loved movies. Movies have always been my escapism. Movies have always brought me joy. I can literally rewatch Spider-Man 2 every day, or I love rewatching Cobra Kai every day. If I had Netflix, I'd be binging that shit right now as we speak, Breaking Bad or whatever. But one thing that I ultimately realized when I quit movie talk is none of this is important. Who cares who got casted? Who cares what director exists? Let's just appreciate what we already have and hope for better. Because at the end of the day, no one's gonna take my love for The Matrix. No one's gonna take my love from Superbad, my second favorite movie of all time. No one's gonna take my love from Zack Snyder's Justice League. No one's gonna take my love from these movies, and the same should apply to you guys. If you love Batman '89, cool. If you love that movie, that's great. I don't, but I'm glad you do. But stop taking this shit serious. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if a person likes a movie or doesn't like a movie. At the end of the day, are they making good movies? James Gunn, to me, has proven himself with the Suicide Squad, with Peacemaker, with the Guardians trilogy. He's proven himself. And you can disagree with that. That's cool. But at the end of the day, who fucking cares? I like a movie. Why should that upset you? If you like a movie, that shouldn't upset me. It's buffoonery. It's silly. You're telling me you act like this in the real world? You're telling me that if you went to the real world and someone said, oh yeah, I just don't like Batman, you're going to be like, no, you're being me. You're not a real Batman fan. It's like, no, shut the fuck up. Don't act like that. If you're acting like that, go have sex. I know that's a typical insult that every virgin says, but that's the truth. Go have sex. Whether it's with men or women, I don't give a fuck. Or non-binary people. That's going to get me canceled. But no, in all honesty, if you love the Snyder movies, go watch them. Show your friends those movies. If you don't, that's okay too. Just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. And ultimately, it's just stupid that people... Can I ask this? Who the hell is looking up 11-year-old post from a man? Why is it that every day you got to talk about the same man? And then the second he mentions Zack Snyder, y'all are like, oh, he can't keep Zack Snyder's name out of his mouth. It's like, nah, bro. You're talking about him every day. If you're gay for him, then cool. That's all right. I know Pride Month's over, or it's been over for 2 months, but still wonderful. Good for coming out. Just say you're gay. Just say you're gay. Don't constantly talk about Gunn as if he's the fucking second in coming of Adolf Hitler. Come on, chill, relax, read a good book, preferably the Bible, and just relax. Because at the end of the day, we're all living a short life. God brought us to this world and brought us to make a life of our own while worshiping Him. He brought us into this world to worship Him, but at the same time to make our own lives, whether it's having a wife, having children, or just being a good role model to people. And that's what I gotta say. I think we need more role models. Because when I was in movie talk, there was plenty, and I mean this, plenty of grown adults that had nothing to offer when they gave speeches or talked besides the fact that they just hated James Gunn or hated Zack Snyder or whatever. To all the men out there, if you care about the youth, if you care about younger generations, maybe don't debate about movies every night. We get it. You hate Kathleen Kennedy. That's all right. You hate Kathleen Kennedy. Cool. You hate James Gunn. You hate all these people. At the end of the day, what are you offering to people? Are you just there to complain about the same thing? Is that the legacy you want people to remember you? In all honesty, is your legacy when you pass away? Let's say you were to die tomorrow. Are you going to put on that grave, I had 69,000 followers on Twitter off of promoting Restore the Snyderverse? Is it going to be people remembering you off of hating Kathleen Kennedy? Hating Kevin Feige? Hating this, hating that? Not liking David Cornsweat at Superman? Is that going to be your legacy? Because you leave a legacy behind you wherever you go. Whether it was when you went to school with your buddies are going to have that legacy of you. Whether it's the legacy of you at your work, your coworkers, that's going to be your legacy. Whatever you make there, that's your legacy. That's what they're going to remember you as when you pass away. And the same applies to social media, internet stuff. Whether you're YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Rumble, Kick, whatever. What is the legacy you're going to leave behind? And do you want people to remember you as the guy who took it personal because She-Hulk made a joke you didn't like? Is that your legacy? Is that what your children are going to remember you as? Are they going to remember you because you're the guy that made 30 videos on why She-Hulk hurts my feelings or why The Last Jedi turned me gay? Is that going to be your legacy? Because I'm going to tell you this right now, that's not a legacy I wanted. I may not be the best YouTuber, because at the end of the day, that's up to you guys. That's not up to me. But the one thing I can hold myself high is that I give my honest thoughts, and I like to give advice for my own life. I may not be a motivational person, I may not give the best advice, but I feel like the fact that I'm trying shows enough, and the fact that I was able to leave movie talk, this toxic cesspool of people who complain and cry about essentially nothing. I'm glad I left that behind. I'm glad that I didn't end up being the guy who complains about geeks and gamers every day, because I'd be embarrassed. Because if I had passed away back in October, that's what my legacy would have been. It would have been me just complaining about geeks and gamers, neurotic, all that. But now I have a different legacy that I'm building here. I've gained a couple more subscribers. I love subscribers. It is what it is. But now I'm building another legacy. And I just want to say this to the grown adults. Be better role models. Be better in general. Stop focusing on things that are unimportant. You can still talk about it, but don't argue about it. Don't be taking it personal. At the end of the day, this is YouTube. Let's have fun with it. Because at the end of the day, how about we make memories and not dreams? How about we treat one another well? Who fucking cares? I like a movie. I have the prequels back here. The prequels. And I know some of y'all hate the prequels. I used to hate the prequels. I don't even keep it a buck. But I grew to love the prequels. And I don't mind if someone doesn't like them. Because at the end of the day, who cares? Okay? Who cares? It's really unimportant. You know, some of you are Real Madrid fans. I got a Messi jersey right here. I got a Barcelona poster up there. Who fucking cares? It's not important. And you know what? I'm living proof that a Gunn and Snyder fan can be the same person. Got 2 pictures of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 here. A little box thing of the Suicide Squad. And then I got Batman vs. Superman. So, yeah, at the end of the day, is this a legacy you want to leave behind? I personally don't want that. At the end of the day, go seek God. Make sure to stay sober, stay sexy, and live in the now. Because really, ladies and gentlemen, both of you guys, make sure to treat everyone with kindness. Treat everyone the way you want to be treated. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what we do. One day we'll answer to God. One day we'll be with Him. And we'll answer to Him everything that we've done in this life. And do you really want to go there? Being remembered as the guy who made 500 videos on Kathleen Kennedy? No. I wouldn't. Now, you have free will. I'm not here to force you what kind of videos to make. But me personally, I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't. I'm just keeping it honest with you, gentlemen. You young cats out there. You know, got a whole life ahead of yourself. Do you really want to spend every damn time you're out of work talking about Kathleen Kennedy, James Gunn, Kevin Feige? I don't want to make a family. I want to have beautiful children. I want to have a beautiful wife. I want to be able to pay for the colleges. I want to be able to make memories, whether they're on YouTube or not. That's all I gotta tell you. Thank you guys for watching. See you on the next one. Ciao.